Ah yes, my ever-growing JRPG wishlist, full of big titles, indie titles, games which have already been released, and upcoming games as well. So yes, we're going to have a look at a snapshot of this list, and we're going to look at 9 JRPGs on my wishlist. But before we get cracking on, John aka Chicken Fillets here. If you like JRPGs, knowing the JRPGs on my wishlist, I like hearing a wee Scottish guy talk about, well, please consider subscribing to the channel. Without further ado, let's have a look. Trails in the Sky first chapter, which is coming out on PlayStation, Nintendo Switch and PC. Trails in the Sky, the remake of the first entry in the Legend of Heroes Trail of series, and we'll be following Estelle and Joshua, 2 junior bracers who get swept up in political unrest and ancient secrets. This absolutely gorgeous remake from Falcom has not only the classic turn-based combat that you'd expect from this remake, it also introduces action-based combat as well. Now, you'll be used to this sort of combat if you've played the Trails from Daybreak games. Now, this fan favourite title of the Trails of series, I cannot wait to finally play this. This title, which is being released in September of 2025, is going to be amazing. With the Trails series becoming even more popular in recent years, this was the natural step for the series. Now yes, you could say it could have followed in the same footsteps as Trails from Zero and Trails from Azure, which both got modern day releases on the likes of PlayStation, Nintendo Switch and PC. I really do believe from what we have seen thus far that Falcom will be making an absolute classic remake paying homage to the original title. Small Saga, which is available on PC, which was developed and published by Darya Noghani. Beneath the streets of London, an angry mouse seeks revenge against the god that stole his tail. An epic RPG of miniature proportions. Now in this pixel art indie RPG, we will be following our sword-wielding mouse who will be taking on the enemies in turn-based combat. And this is a shorter RPG as well. If you're looking for a short adventure, this is coming in about 7 to 10 hours for completion. So how did this one end up on my wish list? Well, it was down to a commenter on the channel. They had let me know about this title. And from the absolute outset of watching that first trailer after this recommendation, I thought this game looked absolutely fantastic, and I got it added in to my wish list. I am looking forward to picking this one up and playing this indie RPG on my Steam Deck. Away From Home, which is being developed and published by Squishy, and it has a release date of Q4 2025. Now, as per the bio, a rhythm-based RPG experience providing detailed pixel art and expressive animations. Experience a fun world with lots of colourful characters. Come and disrupt their peace. Now, this game has a unique combat system. It's rhythm-based combat. But one of the absolute selling points of this title is this gorgeous and very detailed pixel art. I have never seen pixel art this good. The expressiveness within the pixel art, the cutscenes full of detail, this fun combat system which I've not seen implemented before, it just looks fantastic. And these reasons are why it's in my wish list, and I hope that when this title does release, it receives all the praise that it deserves. It looks absolutely fantastic, and I cannot wait to play this title. What are your thoughts on it? Let me know in the comments down below. Jimmy and the Pulsating Mass, which was developed and published by Casey Osmai. Now, as per the bio for this title, Jimmy and the Pulsating Mass is a Japanese-style RPG made by a guy from Texas. It was very much influenced by SNES-era JRPGs, particularly Earthbound, Final Fantasy V, and the Breath of Fire series. The game takes place in the dream of an 8-year-old boy when an alien entity appears and threatens his family and the stability of the dream world itself. Jimmy sets out on an adventure to save his family and eradicate the threat of the Pulsating Mass. Along the way, Jimmy will have to work with his family, confront his shortcomings, and brave the creeping nightmares of his subconscious. Then this indie JRPG, which looks to pay homage to the classics, also pays tribute with classic turn-based battles. And you can see this title wearing its influences on its sleeve. So how did this title end up on my JRPG wishlist? Well, it was down to comments that I was receiving in one of my videos. My best received video on this channel was about indie RPGs, and it's got me really curious. I searched up the game and thought, wow, this game's something else. The horror aspects of this game really intrigues me, and I really want to try this game out. It's been recommended so many times, so I really need to give this one a go. If you have played this title, you know what to do. Leave a comment down below. Underhero, which is available on PlayStation, Xbox, Nintendo Switch, and PC. Now, as per the bio, Underhero is an RPG platformer where the chosen hero has failed, and an underling of the evil king takes his place as the new hero. Use timing-based combat to defeat enemies as you venture across the land, face off against quirky bosses, and save the kingdom from your own evil boss, Mr. Stitches. So yes, this indie RPG from Paper Castle Games is a mix-up of Metroidvania platforming and RPG mechanics. And this game doesn't have turn-based battles, it has timing-based battles. There's no time waiting in this game when you're in battle. So how did I come across this indie title, and how did it end up on my wishlist? Now, I came across this fantastic title due to a video from Backlog Battle. I'll make sure to link that video in the description down below. The very premise of this game sold it for me straight away. The fact that the hero dies pretty much straight away and you as a little underling, a little minion, takes on the role of the hero to overthrow the bad guy. I thought this was an absolutely fantastic idea for a story. Plus, that pixel art with this game looks fantastic, and also I do like a bit of platforming here and then, so having it mixed up with RPG mechanics, it's just a win for me, an absolute win. Threads of Time, which is being developed by Rio Games, published by Humble Games, and has yet to receive a release date, is going to be coming to consoles and PC. Now, as per the bio, Threads of Time is an era-spanning, turn-based RPG inspired by the timeless classics. Embark on a journey through time, gather a party of charismatic heroes from across ages, and uncover a plot that threatens to unravel the past, present, and future. Now, this absolutely stunning indie RPG, which is paying homage to the classics like Chrono Trigger and Final Fantasy, sports turn-based combat. And it sports that gorgeous 2.5D HD style graphics. So how did this one get on my wish list? Well, if you've been keeping tabs on this channel, you'll know I've discussed this game a fair few times, but however, if you're new to the channel, let me tell you how I found it. I spotted this game on Twitter, of all places, or X, however you want to call it. I spotted this game, just a post about it, an enemy character sprite which was showing off, and then literally a day or two later, I announcement trailer dropped, it was via the Xbox YouTube site. I saw it and I fell in love with this game straight away. What I was being shown just looked absolutely gorgeous. The mixture of that 2.5 HD graphics and that sprite work mixed in with the cinematic animations just blew me away. And every time there's a little announcement about the game, I'm all over it. I absolutely think that this will be a surefire hit when it releases. And when more announcement trailer drops or any news about this game drops as well, I'll make sure to let you know more on the channel when I see it. Colossus Eternal Blight, which is being developed and published by Rustic Panda Games, and it is yet to have a release date announced. And it's currently set for a PC release. Now, as per the bio, Hyper Light Drifter meets Chrono Trigger and Trails of Mana embark on an epic adventure as Lucian, a young knight determined to save his older brother Lance from the corruption that has overtaken him, traverse through different cities and towns of the kingdom, encountering various manifestations of corruption along the way. Utilize Lucian's combat skills and the power of these sacred stones to purify the corrupted creatures and overcome the challenges that await. Will you be able to save Lance from the corruption that has consumed him? The fate of the kingdom rests in your hands in this emotional, action-packed RPG. Now, this RPG does sport action-based combat that is fast-paced. And the sprite work with this one looks gorgeous. So this title has been in my wish list for a while, and keen-eye viewers of this channel have seen that I've discussed this title in the past. Now, I came across this one similar to the last entry via X or Twitter, whatever you call the machine. What really draws me is the animation style, the pixel art with this fast-paced action combat. I really think that this is onto something special. Now, I am often keeping an eye on updates on this project. Often the developer will put out little snippets of gameplay that they're working on, new parts that they've added into the game, and every time I see these updates, I just get a little bit more excited about this eventual release. Now, if you want to support this indie developer, the best thing to do at the moment is to make sure to wishlist this title, which you'll be able to find the wishlist link for Steam in the description down below. And it's the same for every title on this list. There is a wishlist link down below. I had to retake that a few times because I kept on getting tongue-tied. On to the next entry. Zerras Adventure, which is being developed and published by Focus Studios and has a release date planned for Q4 of 2025. Now, as per the bio, Zerras Adventure is a classic turn-based RPG with no random encounters. Explore diverse areas, collect items and treasures to improve your team, and defeat the strangest enemies. Level up, learn new attacks, and meet quirky characters on your adventure. So it's another indie RPG which I spotted on X Twitter. I'm just repeating my last entry with that sort of phrasing. However, what really sold it is the absolute charm and fun which emanates from the trailers and everything from this game. Bright colours, fun animation, and turn-based combat. You can't ask for more. Now let's have a fun little fact with this. The developer popped out a post looking for some voice actors for the game to do some basic lines. Now you can probably see where this is going. I saw this post and may have sent a message about possibly sending in a little audition. However, life got in the way and I didn't get around to sending it, which I was kind of annoyed with myself for doing. They were looking for some lines like fire, yahoo, and take this. Or maybe I could do more cartoonish, you know, the take this. God, I'm really bad at this sort of thing, am I? However, if a game developer does need someone to say, "Hello," you know the man to call. Clear Obscure Expedition 33, which was developed by Sandfall Interactive, published by Kepler Interactive, and was released on the 24th of April 2025. It's available on Xbox, PC, and PlayStation. Now, as per the bio, lead the members of Expedition 33 on their quest to destroy the Paintress so that she can never paint death again. Explore a world of wonders inspired by France and battle unique enemies in this turn-based RPG with real-time mechanics. Now in this JRPG, yes, there is turn-based combat, but timing will be everything. You'll be able to parry enemies and you'll be able to land devastating blows depending on your button inputs. So, you're probably asking the question, why haven't you got this yet? It is probably JRPG of the Year, Game of the Year material, and nearly all your JRPG friends, content creator pals have already completed this game, talked about this game. Well, Chicken Fillets hasn't got around to it yet. Unfortunately, I have not picked this JRPG up yet, and I really want to play it. Now, the real reason that I've not played this thus far, well, I've got two reasons for you. One is that I'm currently working through my backlog, which I'm doing so on Steam Deck. The other reason is that I'm waiting for further updates on the game, and I'm keeping an eye on the performance on the Steam Deck as well. Because that's primarily where I play my games at the moment. Now, yes, I could pick this up on PlayStation 5, but the most comfortable way for me to play games and the most efficient way for me to get through games is on my Steam Deck. So I'm not letting FOMO get to me with this one. I'm going to be able to experience this in my own time, and when I do, I know I'm going to have a blast of a time. Everyone that I've seen loves this title, and I know I will too. So there we have it, 9 JRPGs on my wish list. What JRPGs are on your wish list? Let me know in the comments down below. Now, if you like what you're hearing and seeing on this channel, please help me grow it by liking, sharing, and subscribing. And if you want to be kept up to date with everything Chicken Fillets, you know what to do. Hit that notification bell. This has been John, aka Chicken Fillets, and until next time, tatty bye.